Are you one inconsistent bastard when it comes to your training in judo or BJJ, whatever? Well, we're gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why it might not be your fault, and this is how you're gonna fix it. What's up, guys? Nguyen, OG Fitness. Welcome back to the channel. This channel is all about fitness for martial arts for older guys. So, a little bit about myself. Judo Black Belt, Bjj Blue Belt, lifelong martial artist, 44 years old. Been doing martial arts my whole life. Love this shit. Love this shit. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about consistency. How to be consistent when it comes to training whatever martial art. So I'm a predominantly a judo guy, right? Slash grappler. But I've pretty much done it all and still will be doing it all. Okay, so in this video, how to be consistent. And this is part of Training Smart, right? And I thought of naming it that way, Training Smart series, but anyways, I digress. Okay, how to be consistent. Train light and be technical. Don't overexert yourself. Now, if you train light and technical and you don't overexert yourself, then you're going to be able to do it more often, do it longer, okay? So if you don't burn yourself out, it's easier for you to be consistent, much easier, you know? I think a lot of people, a lot of guys, they face that issue is that they get, they go too hard, they want to do too much too soon, and then they burn themselves out. Okay, and then they have to rest, they take too long to recover, and then it just things happen and they never get back to the gym. Now, so here's the formula. Well, the logic, the principle behind it. No burnout or injuries equals being able to do more volume, and more volume actually gets you better faster. If you get good at what you're doing, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more. Now, how do you do more volume? Well, it goes back to the first thing I mentioned, which is don't overdo it, okay? So what does don't overdo it means? It means that, like, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being maximum, like your balls to the wall, 110% effort, right? Then what you want to do instead is that you want to stay anywhere between, I would say, 5 to 8. Play around that area. More 5 to 7, sometimes go to 8, but never go past 8, really. You don't need to. Like, if you're in some kind of fight camp or preparing for competition, sure, okay? Like, then you might need to gas it and push it that hard. But generally speaking, 5 to 7. Focus on volume, going a lot of times, putting a lot of reps and sets in. Quality reps and sets, okay? But without necessarily the intensity that will demand a huge amount of recovery time and that will, like, basically bust up your joints. Okay, the other thing, if you want to do volume, you can't go intense. It means you can't go hard. So volume, right, basically translates to going light and technical. Okay, perfect. And one thing that you guys have to, that you could do, is that you have to learn to call it a day when you start to get tired. I'm not talking about tired in the sense that, like not wanting to push yourself, like, yes, you have to have that ability to push yourself, to have that mental toughness and all that. But for the most part, man, what I'm talking about is that when you feel like your performance is starting to dip because you're tired, then you should call it a day. Now, if your performance is not dipping, but you're not feeling like it, that's a different story, okay? That you might need to work on it a little bit and then ask yourself, like, why aren't you motivated that day, right? Maybe you have something on your mind. Maybe you're just not liking what you're doing. You're practicing. Maybe, there's a million reasons. That's a different thing, okay? But I'm talking about when your performance starts to dip and you're starting to feel tired, you're like, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Always leave some gas in the tank. okay, for the next day. Because that's the thing. If you work out too hard, what happens is that you're going to need more time to recover. You don't want to dig that hole too deep when it comes to damaging your body, so to speak, because that's what happens, right? So let's say this is baseline. When you're working out, right, this is baseline, it goes down like that. How deep you go is going to affect how much time it takes you to come back up, to adapt, and then have a new baseline. So you don't want to go too deep. If you're here, you want to go maybe here, and then, okay, that's enough. That way it doesn't take you too much time to get back to here, and then to adapt, and then to become stronger and all that. So don't overdo it. Because we're practicing martial arts, you want to develop the skills. So to develop the skills, you need volume. To get volume in, you have to go light and technical. So you have to be able to feel your body, okay? So always err on the side of doing less than you can. Always, always. It's smarter, and you're going to see it's going to take you a lot further than if you just had that mentality of, I got to do as much as I can every session. Well, you know, that's a good recipe for getting injured. And then if you're injured, like, yeah, you just lost out on a lot of training right there. And so you're going to suck. And so people who are smarter than you, because they didn't do that, they're going to get better than you. Okay, they'll surpass you because they're not sitting at home nursing a busted up shoulder, a busted up back, a busted up knee, or whatever it is that you busted up because you were going crazy. And also remember, guys, OG Fitness, we're older guys. Take it easy, man. We're doing this forever, right? It's a lifestyle. It's a mindset. It's not. We're not necessarily doing this to compete, right? And even if you were competing, you still want to have this approach. All right. And that's the thing. So if you're done, you know you're done. Call it a day. You know, don't worry about it. Talk to your sensei, talk to your coach, and tell him, hey, you know, I'm done for tonight, man. You know, thank you very much. I gotta go. Working tomorrow early, whatever. Make up some kind of excuse. But usually instructors, they're cool. They understand that as adults, you know, like we have other things going on. We're not trying to go to the Olympics here, you know, and they appreciate you being there anyway. And if you talk to them and you explain to them that, okay, I'm done for today, like they're gonna be cool with that. So that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like the channel, notification bell, and all that. If you want to ask me a question, go on IG, and that helps me to keep track of our conversation and to be able to answer you directly. So that's it for this one. Let me know what you guys think down below, if that makes sense or not, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.